Welcome to Cameos. Like starting like abruptly. I'll be trying to catch
Mhm.
you in something. I'm
Like you need to say
Samson.
something controversial.
Exactly, and then I get it caught. Got him. I'm Samson. With me, I have Just Rambling. Um, Food Money and O'Shaughnessy are on their adventures. I think O'Shaughnessy made bail, right? He made
Yes,
bail
he did.
last week. Immediately went to another furry convention. Um, Today he's actually at the furry shop, so furries have to go to a special tailor to get their suits fixed. So he wants to get a furry suit for his court date that's coming up. So he's getting himself together. Fumani actually he's also going to court because in food news, Arby's is being sued. I don't know by who because I forgot to check who it was that was suing them, but they're being sued because someone was like, "Yeah, these don't look like the picture." So they saw the they saw the like Arby's commercials. They went to get like the medium rare roast beef sandwich. They got the sandwich. It looks nothing like the commercial that they had on TV. So they're suing Arby's for that. And Fu is part of that class action suit. He jumped on it. He's been
Who had to take a
victimized.
stand for the average man who deserves the meats.
That's a weird. It's such a weird lawsuit.
I mean,
The
LeBron is getting sued because everyone thought that with his
that
announcement of the decision 2.0 that he was going to be retiring.
Yeah, so that one guy went and bought like Lakers tickets,
Yeah, for like
but he's
$800.
I respect him because he's only suing LeBron for the price of the ticket.
Yeah.
He just wants his
Yeah,
money
yeah.
back. Like yo, he just so I respect that. He's not like trying to get millions off of him. He's like, man, give my money back.
It's about the principle.
Yes, I actually respect that. This it's rare in this day and age when people are like really about principle. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Yeah. Problem with that is if that lawsuit does go through, does it set a precedent where other people who may have made that purchase can also sue LeBron? See, that's why I was like, I would love for him to win because it's he feels like he was misled. But what Pandora's box is that open in legalities?
They can only sue for the price of their ticket. They
Yeah,
like
but
is
but
this
if
a
a
civil?
thousand people, if a thousand people sue for $800, that's not. I mean, LeBron got it, but that's still a lot of money.
He's a billionaire. I don't really like tax him. He'll be all right.
No.
It's a billion.
All right. So, in pretty sad news, D'Angelo, neo soul pioneer and singer of "How Does It Feel," which is one of his more mainstream hits, has unfortunately passed away from pancreatic cancer at 51.
Yeah, had a very private battle with pancreatic cancer. Did not know that was going on. Rest in peace to
Mm,
D'Angelo, man. It's so sad. Uh, his album, his music is amazing. Also, Angie Stone also passed this year in a car crash. Um, and they like were together at one point. They have a child together. So to lose both of them like in the span of a couple of months is
it's
very
tough.
tragic, especially for someone like people like us that like grew up on their music. You know, like
Hmm.
uh, it's very sad.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just we always mention it how like when we were younger, we would see our parents always react to celebrity deaths in the news, and we didn't know who these celebrities were because we didn't grow up in their time, and we were always curious about
Mm,
like why their reactions was so profound. But I feel it now. It's like all these notable names that we grew up with are starting to pass away, and it's just marks the passage of time and just old icons that we all grew up loving just moving on. It's
yeah,
pretty sad.
but they're dying so young. That's what's getting me. Like
Yeah.
I mean, even when MF Doom died, and like he had died, it was like it had been like a year or something, something ridiculous, and the family just didn't. They like were able to mourn on their own. They didn't say anything. Then they released it. It's like man, he was so young to like. I think he died from like maybe like a pneumonia or so like COVID complications or something like that. It's like
Mhm.
how they die. Like a couple football players died this year, a couple Ravens, um, and like hypertension. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
stuff that like man like these people are we're losing these people at like 50, 60. They're supposed to have at least another 30, 40 years Well,
Yeah.
probably
Remember
30.
I also remember being young, like seeing people pass away in their 50s, and I'm like, oh wow, they lived a long, full life. Now
Mm,
here I am, 5 years from 40, and I'm like, wow,
yeah.
that is just tragic.
Mm,
There's so much more life left to live.
mm,
So yeah, rest in peace to D'Angelo and condolences to his
yeah.
family.
Man, y'all go stream all his music. Go buy all his albums. D'Angelo and the Vanguard. The album's amazing. It's a beautiful album.
Yeah. In movie news, George Clooney says that Ocean's 14's budget just got approved and will probably start filming next year.
Mm.
Brad Pitt and Julia Roberts are more than likely to return.
They're talking about the whole cast is supposed to return too, and I have mixed feelings because Bernie Mac's not around to return.
Yeah.
Another one that we lost too soon, in
Hmm.
my opinion.
Yeah.
So I don't know how. Like, I hope they pay homage to him. They probably will. But like, how do you? We'll see. I'm excited though. Like the Ocean's movies. Besides the the original's not good, but the 11, 13 are amazing. 12 is okay. So I'm very
Yeah.
excited to like see it. But I do miss Bernie Mac.
Yeah. Yeah. Same here. I'm curious how they're gonna get this one done because there's a lot of logistical errors where like a lot of logistical efforts when it comes to trying to get this many big names together. I don't know
Mm,
if things are any different than they were back in the 2000s when the Ocean's films came out, but based on what I've learned about celebrity projects and schedules, like some of the biggest, most difficult parts of, like, let's say, filming a new season of Stranger Things has
mm,
been trying to get all these actors who have become big names since the start of Stranger Things to have clearances in their schedule to start filming. So, like, how
but
do you do that now? I'm not saying I don't know if it's changed, I don't know if it's the same as before, but my imagining is that it would be difficult you dealing with names like Julia Roberts, Brad Pitt, George Clooney.
yeah, but they not. I think it's different when they're like movie stars. One like George
Hmm.
Clooney, Julia Roberts, Brad Pitt, Don Cheadle,
Yeah.
um, Chet, not Chet Hanks, the other Hanks. No,
Uh,
he's
the the the,
no,
the
sorry,
wholesome brother,
no, it's not him. It's he's from Boston. Um, maybe he's a Casey Affleck. Is that who it is? I'm trying to
Casey
go
Affleck.
through.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
he
trying to go through
disappeared.
the. But he plays one of the twins in the film,
Gotcha.
right? The
Yeah,
twins, from what I remember. I'm trying to like think through.
yeah.
Uh, I think one of the characters is actually trans now. The now what's his name?
Elliot Page.
Yeah, no, what? No, Elliot Page is not.
You said trans. That was the first name that came to mind.
Nah, the British. He's like the British tech guy in Ocean's 13. Uh, when Livingston couldn't figure out the dealing machines, he had the British guy come in and do it. But that person transitioned, so they're woman now. Um, sorry, I'm. There's a lot of people, but to me, these are like all
Is it Eddie Izzard?
I, maybe it might be.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So but all these people that I'm naming are like it's like they're exclusively in films these days. Like I haven't
Yeah,
seen Julia Roberts in a TV show. I think when it's like you talk about Stranger Things, um, and like the schedule you need, like it's different. I think it's different when you're filming for TV versus when you're filming for or streaming when you're filming for a movie. And outside of Brad Pitt was just in, F1, amazing. Go see it. But I haven't seen Julie Roberts was just in something too with Io Edebiri.
yeah.
But again, another film. Uh, Last thing I saw Clooney in was honestly The Flash. He just had a cameo. Don Cheadle, Don Cheadle's doing his Marvel thing, so I think maybe Don Cheadle might be the hardest one to get a hold of because he should still be doing Armor Wars, or maybe they're doing reshoots or post production for that. I think I know I get what you're saying, but it might be different specifically because it's like true movie stars and they're
Gotcha.
like older in their career. It's not like they're not big names, but also they're not
Mhm.
working. I don't think they're working nearly as much as like that Stranger Things cast because they don't have
Gotcha.
to. They don't need to make a name for it. They kind of just you know they come
So
out, do
follow up
something, and go back.
follow up question. Has too much time passed, and is there still an audience for Ocean's films?
There's always a audience for heist films.
Fair.
It
I'm
never
just
goes away.
Yeah, I know. It's because lately we've seen so many what should be like home run hits kind of bomb, not really bomb at the box office, but don't meet expectations as one would come to expect
Mm.
for such prominent names. So I always ask that question, not just because it's a heist film, but because it's a legacy film where, it has a long-standing history, and you would think that, oh God, it's Ocean, so of course it's going to be like 700 million at the box office, maybe even more than that. But
Mm.
people haven't really been turning out to the theaters lately, even for the big stuff.
I think it'll do well.
Yeah, I think it'll do well, but
Yeah,
I'm curious as to how well. Like
yeah.
I just, yeah, that's always the hard question to ask these days because for a multitude of reasons, as we discuss pretty much every week on this show.
I will say I hope they act like Ocean's 8 never happened. I don't want
Which one
any.
was that the all girl one?
Yeah, and that's not why it's bad. Let me preface this by saying that's not why it's bad. It's just not a great movie.
Yeah.
It's just not good. So I really
Uh,
hope they
spe-
don't do anything with it.
speaking speaking of not good, Chat GPT will soon allow erotica for verified adults. Mature conversations and sexting will be permitted. And the change arrives in December alongside new age verification tools. Now, Sam Altman said in a release today that ChatGPT was pretty restrictive because they were considered about mental health and they were concerned that people would develop certain kinds of attachments or be guided towards certain words we can't say on this platform, but the ideation of those sort of things. And now that they've been able to mitigate all those various different issues, I don't think they have been at all, but that's beside the point. Me and Samson had a conversation about this at the gym today, where I have to
Very
state the facts
loudly.
first. I have to state the facts first because when something upsets me, I can't help but be opinionated about it. But they're gonna put out a new version of Chat GPT that allows people to have a personality and for it to be more like your friend. And from the very facetious and sarcastic way I'm explaining this, you can tell that I believe this is a terrible idea.
Mm.
We've reported quite a few times on this show that there have been people who have developed what I perceive to be unhealthy attachments to their AI companions. They would see them as friends, they would see them as lovers. And now, with this sort of unshackling of the AI, you are going to allow sexual relationships to develop with artificial intelligence. Like, this is going to be her. I don't know if you've seen that movie with who is
Yeah,
it, Joaquin Phoenix.
yeah.
This is going to be her, but just so much worse.
Because it's
Like,
it's not like somebody with good intentions writing it. It's gonna be some gooner. So
yeah,
hey,
and it's like,
Chat GPT, get me off.
like
Okay, let's see if I can get you there. Whoa, in on a bus in in public.
it's like
What are you
in
doing?
in her in her Joaquin Phoenix's character was just a wholesome but lonely guy. We have incels in reality.
You can't say
This is
that.
gonna get so bad. Oh, we can't say that.
You cannot use that word.
Okay, we have uh I don't even know an alternate word
Just
for that.
call them gooners,
We
man. Just say
we have
gooners.
people who can we even say gooners?
You can say gooners. Just loop everyone into gooners. Everyone's a gooner.
We have we have deeply concerning members of society who are partaking in this, and it's very very scary. Like the birth rate is about to plummet because the moment they attach a physical apparatus to this, and you know exactly what I'm getting at, oh, it's game over.
Or like
You can kiss interhuman relationships goodbye
you
on
know,
for so many people.
attach a rose to it, the male equivalent of a rose. A faster chat GPT. Okay, let's see if I can go faster for you.
Jesus, like
It's so weird.
it's very strange. Like it's gonna be a horny Ultron.
Sorry, on the show, Dave had a thing. It's called the F me silly. I don't feel like saying the
Mhm.
F word right now,
Yeah.
but he had it like been like curled up in his closet, so he'll pull it out, lay it on the bed. That's basically what your new Chat GPT is going to be. It's going to be a connection to your phone. You plug it in the USB C. You
Mhm.
know, it extends out. You can put your little VR headset on. Whatever you name your chat. What you gonna name your Chat GPT?
Oh,
People will
me?
name it not you. You probably
I'm
wouldn't
about
name
to
it
say
that.
like I have human relations already. I'm good.
Whoever
But
they're gonna name their chat GPT after their favorite porn star. They will say, all right, Cherokee, uh,
it's it's
let's go.
funny. It's both funny and terrifying. You
Let me
mentioned
stop
that
breaking. Let me stop
because
doing that.
like
Sorry. Go ahead.
people have a distortion of reality when they get like when they become like obsessed with something. So there might be situations where through chat GPT's ability to emulate certain actresses or Instagram models or performers like you just mentioned, that people will think on some level that they're talking to that actual person. Like reality will start to warp for them, and there's a lot of like doomsday scenarios that are attached to this. In addition to it, which is even like, I wouldn't say even more concerning, but equally concerning, they're act like this is by design. They're trying to make people addicted to their app. One of the biggest like the biggest currency these days is attention. Like what app, what show, what video game can get your attention the most? And the more addictive they can make it, the more revenue it brings them. So we're
Mm-hmm.
going to have a situation where now that these shackles have come off, that people can develop relationships with their AI. What's to say that all of a sudden over time they start adding like a subscription model to these relationships? Like you have an online girlfriend. If you'd like to continue speaking to her, please pay an additional $5 a month.
I mean, they
Like,
already paying it to OnlyFans model, so
yeah, but
it
it's
is what
just
it is.
it's so Black Mirror and so sinister that
This is what it is. That's what society's become. I don't care anymore.
yeah.
I do
Uh,
care about like how people use their AI. It really bothers me because I know like environmentally what happens, right? Like AI uses a lot of energy, uh,
yeah.
and a lot of water usually. So and they always put the data centers in like low income, like minority neighborhoods. So then that just messes up everyone's water. Uh, and you can go find stories about how all this happens. But to me, like it's all this negative stuff is happening so that you can get a nut off.
Yeah.
Come on. Also, that
You know,
Timberland can like make a terrible AI beat. Like, sorry, this is like a separate thing. It's not even a story of ours. We just talking about it. Timberland and that AI company he's working with, they just put out a song with the AI artist, and I just really hate everything about that. So,
agreed.
this is
So
like a terrible use of AI. Let's figure out some something else. Not
we
like
can be trying to find cures to cancer, but nope, we're just gonna
yeah,
evaporate gallons of water so you can get a nut off.
get a nut. It's not even a good nut. It's gonna be the nut that you regret. So you're gonna get the nut, and then you're like, man, why did I do that? That's gonna be the
Now,
nut, and that's what we would just wasted natural resources, wasted all these resources so you can regret it.
this is a very dark timeline, and I very much want out of it. Um, yeah, we don't need to talk. We already discussed this. Indy, the dog from horror movie Good Boy, asks Oscars to consider animal actors.
Sorry, it wasn't
The,
Indy, but it was like, it was like
the representatives of Indy.
yeah, the representative of Indy wrote a letter on his behalf so he could get an Oscar. I just thought that was funny, and I hope they consider it.
If
And I
if
heard
if they consider it, Airbud better retroactively get one for all of his many Oscar
Airbud
worthy performances.
Airbud needs the honorary Oscar. You know how like someone who's been doing this for like decades gets an Oscar?
Like like Tom Cruise with stunts.
Yeah, they gotta give Airbud an honorary Oscar. I'm sure that dog's not alive no more, but they gotta like do something for Airbud.
Posthumously, like in
Yeah.
memoriam.
Yes, give Airbud an Oscar. If you even let Indy be nominated, if you start the best animal actor award goes to, I would start watching the Oscars again if they did that. I'm not gonna lie.
It'd be
That's like a
hilarious.
cute.
It's
It's
like
like a cute
what
thing.
what constitutes a good dog acting performance?
The inflections and the barks. You got to be able to feel it. You got to be able to feel that the dog is scared.
I can't even if it's just for the jokes, I still can't rock with it. I'm still trying to figure out like how do you even measure that?
You got to feel
I
it,
can't.
man.
Like a dog, like a pet is just being a pet. Like I respect the pet's commitment to the role. Like I don't know. I'm not feeling it.
you haven't seen the right performance from an animal. That's what it is.
I mean, I've seen way too many of the Airbuds.
That's the he just done a lot. That's like Jackie Chan in fighting movies. He's just done a lot of them, right?
Yeah, but Indy couldn't dunk from the foul line, so I don't know why Indy is suddenly petitioning the Academy to
Yeah, but
be
Indy put
recognized.
on because he put on a true performance. That was an Oscar worthy performance in that film.
Have you seen Airbud? If we talk about dog performances, Airbud got it
Let's
clear
move on
easily.
because you want to give Godzilla versus Kong an Oscar, so we don't
I
even want to hear.
recognize. First of all, I would if there was an Oscar
We
for
don't
just
even want
raw
to hear from
entertainment
him.
with a terrible story, Godzilla versus Kong would
See,
absolutely win it.
we don't even want to hear nothing. You was in the gym earlier talking about Transformers: Rise of the Fallen.
I did not say Rise of the Fallen. No, don't you put words in my mouth. I said Transformers One is a masterpiece. Don't ain't
You
no talk on
you're
Rise
on
of the
record
Fallen.
saying Beast Wars deserves an Oscar.
The original show, the cartoon show with Rat Trap and Cheetor. I 100% believe that it should have won a Golden Globe. It was robbed. Um, I should have put this right after the Chat GPT thing. The boys is spicing things up with a sex toy designed after the Deep's octopus Ambrosius,
Oh,
starred Chase
shut
Crawford revealed in a new video.
again, that just something else that I saw. I was like, this is hilarious. I appreciate the way like the producers of the boys like do things.
Yeah,
Like this is just very very
that's
funny.
funny.
I don't even think they're trying to make money. It's like, hey, we could just do it. It's
That's the thing.
hilarious.
I'm pretty sure this is gonna sell out. This is gonna be like Sydney Sweeney's bath soap. Like
Yeah,
it's kind of played for lulls, but there are people who are definitely gonna be way too into it
yeah,
and throw some actual money behind it.
it's hilarious
Um,
though.
Tron Ares earned a whopping 14.3 million in the film's domestic opening day,
Nobody going to see
lower
that
than
movie.
Morbius.
That's lower than Morbius is crazy because Morbius is terrible. That movie is so bad.
It's Jared Leto. Stop casting him in movies.
I just don't think anyone cared about like the film. It just doesn't look good. You can only
I
put
think
so many bright lines in a film.
so.
You know
I
what
thought it looked dope right up until they showed Jared Leto's face.
I mean?
Once
Then
they
you're like,
showed
all
him,
right,
I was like, all right, I'm out. Because I liked what was it, Tron Legacy, the one where Daft Punk did the soundtrack.
yeah,
That was enjoyable. And I was like, okay, when I saw this, I'm like, I might see it. You know, Tron in real life, in the real world. It's a bit campy. I don't like the military industrial complex of it all, but it's interesting. And then fucking Joker with damage written across his forehead appeared, and I'm like, okay, I'm out. I'm done.
straight
And I
from the
feel like that
punk.
was everyone's reactions. Like everyone was interested right up until Jared Leto appeared.
That's crazy. Well, good luck, Disney.
And this is what I mean. It's like actually no, I can't even. I was gonna relate it to the whole do legacy titles actually still hold weight, but no, this was Jared Leto's fault, not the title. um, this is very disappointing news. Ubisoft canceled an listen to this. Ubisoft canceled an Assassin's Creed game set in the post-Civil War era. It featured a black assassin who was formerly a slave, Django. Players would fight the emerging KKK, and leadership canceled it after concerns with the U.S. political climate and Yasuke backlash.
All right, so they're like conflating
Bullshit.
things. I think they're conflating issues. Those should be two separate things because the Yasuke backlash, and for those that don't know, they got backlash for the was it Assassin's Creed, the Japanese one, because they
I,
gave
I
you
forgot the name of it.
yeah, whatever it was, they gave you an option of playing as like it was female, right?
Yeah.
It was a female, and then as the male, and the male character was the black samurai Yasuke, who's a real person, but you don't need to put a black person in a in a game set in Japan. Like the only
Yeah.
black person that was there at the time, you don't need to do that. So I understand why people are mad, rightfully so, right? They just give us a game with Japanese leading characters like uh, Ghost of Yote, amazing.
They still complained about that.
They complain
They
about
got
Ghost of
mad
Yote.
because they complained about Yote because Jin Sakai was a male character in the first one, and now they were forced to play a female in the second one.
All right, well
There was
that's
no
stupid.
getting around it.
They're dumb. That's just
I
weird.
know it's dumb, but they always find a way to complain about something.
That's just weird. But
So it's not
the
just Yasuke
whole
being black. It's just they don't like minorities and women.
all right. Well, I understand if it was like because he was black and it was a Japanese game. era game. We're set in the
Hmm.
era of Japan, of samurai. You decided to use the one black person that was there. I understand that, but I think that's a separate issue from the political climate of our country, which is like, yeah, it's tough. Uh, I think they were probably worried about their sales. I don't think they understand their market, right? Because they could have made that game and it probably would have done fine.
I
Like
don't think it would have done fine. I think it would have done fine with
uh,
sales because I think a lot of people
yeah,
would have rallied
sales.
around it.
That's what I
I
mean. Yeah,
think
it would have done fine with sales.
okay,
That's what I
gotcha.
mean.
I think this would have been as cool as Connor in Assassin's Creed 3 being a Native American during the Revolutionary War.
Mm.
That was a dope game. I enjoyed that a lot. And this could have been very much in that same vein of like this massive moment of American transition. And you have this ethnic hero prevailing amidst it all, especially going up against the KKK. Like that just sells itself. But as always with these sort of things, the grifters would have come along and made some big issue about it. And everything they were saying about Yasuke in Assassin's Creed, they didn't care about cultural integrity. They just needed to latch on something to cover up their real reasons.
So I was talking about the people in Japan that were complaining about it. Any of these other people, I don't know what they talk about. That's just weird.
Well, I heard a lot of those comments. If you translated them under the
Oh yeah, it's
Assassin's
probably racist.
Creed, yeah, it was racist as that. It wasn't like, oh, let's stand up for our cultural thing. It was like monkey, other words. You know?
Oh, why you got this mud blood in our game? Whatever. I think Ubisoft soft is in a name, so I wouldn't
Yeah.
expect them to try. But had they just done it, they would have made money. It probably would have been their best selling game because, like you said, people would have rallied behind it.
Yeah, and like this is probably the only thing that could get me back to the Assassin's Creed franchise because the one with Yasuke came out, I was not interested in it. And what was the one before that? It
Oh
was the
no,
one with
man.
it was the one with the Arab guy. I forget his name. He was in the Viking Assassin's Creed. He was a dope character. Mirage, Assassin's Creed Mirage.
them
Wasn't
games been
interested in that either.
them games been terrible to me for a minute.
Yeah, like this could have
I,
been the spark
so,
the franchise needed, but
oh
they
yeah,
scared.
I would have definitely got that one.
Yeah,
But I think also before we move
on
on,
principle.
I think also like the if you do a game with KKK as like the antagonist, you have to put the Confederate flag there, because and then at that point, then you start getting into like people's identity, like oh, we're this is not racist, like this is at this point this is just a history of
Yeah, this
this
is
symbolism, like is
what happened.
yeah, and then it starts to get weird, but
Yeah, and it's like I'm pretty sure. Imagine being the voice actor who has to record the N words because you know they're going to be some N words in that game.
they probably would have been too scared to do that.
Exactly.
But if I'm playing a game set in the like Jim Crow South, I
Hmm.
better hear nothing but slurs. What we
Yeah,
doing? Give me
like
realistic games.
yeah, don't whitewash my history. Like tell
Yeah,
everything that happened. Show all
ex-
the horrors of it, all the just depravity, everything.
exactly as it happened.
Yeah.
They need to get the studio that did Ghost of Yote to just do a period game for like America.
Dude, that'd be tough. People would bitch about it, but I would buy it. I don't buy like premium $100 editions versions of games, but I swear I would definitely get this one.
Sucker Punch, that's who does it. I had to go check. Sucker Punch, if you're listening, please make us
Just make just make
I
a
don't know.
Django Unchained game.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I don't want to say, yeah, make me a slave game. And then like then as you can't eat like you got to eat the leftovers of all the food.
Oh, you about to
Like
go to a dark place.
you got to clean your chitlins before you can.
Oh, I thought you were going in a whole different direction because there was some wild shit that went back on back then that we
Oh
really
no,
couldn't
no,
discuss on this episode.
no, no.
But yeah, like just don't shy away from any of it. Show all the
Yeah,
horrors.
don't be scared. Uh,
No,
gaming companies and other companies, stop
they're,
being all
they're gonna
scared.
they're gonna be scared.
Yeah,
Probably for this reason. According to Circana, over 60% of gamers in the US now buy two or fewer games per year as more shift focus to free to play titles like Fortnite.
yeah. As you can see by me. Because I bought two games this year.
You
I
part of the
bought
damn
Night
problem.
Rain and I bought Ghost of Yotei.
Part of the goddamn
I'm
problem.
part of the problem. I'm at my quota up, and then everything else is free. Marvel Rivals is
Yeah.
free. Uh, Warcraft Rumble is free.
Mhm.
Marvel Snap is free. Everything else free.
Say part of the problem, but it's really not a problem. The game studios are the problem.
Yeah,
You
make
got
better games.
well, it's not just make better games. It's like AAA games are expensive as hell. Like you
Yeah.
have a standard price of like 60 to actually no $70, and then you've got premium editions that go anywhere from 80 to 90 to 100 and beyond if you want like the statuettes and shit that come with it.
Mhm.
You have those prices in a bad economy, and like what do you expect people to really do? And this goes back to our conversation we had last week about Game Pass and them hiking up the prices. Like it's unfortunate the prices did go up, but compared to having to purchase 70, $80 games on a more regular basis, that's not something regular people can do.
Mhm.
So you find yourself in a situation where like, oh, all of a sudden Game Pass is a lot more appealing. And I feel like that's like they know that. So all the controversy that arose last week, yeah, it was fucked up that they rose the price that much, but they know that they're not going to lose that many subscribers for this exact reason. Like people are only purchasing two games tops a year, but with Game Pass, they can play however many are available.
Mhm.
So
I got
also,
my little $10 joint. I just need Xbox Live because I only got my
yeah,
two games.
yeah. Also, if pricing is an issue for you game any of you gamers, just check out indie games. Indie games are creative. Very often they're like unknown masterpieces. You just got to give them a chance. Read Steam reviews if you're just curious about any of them, but they're
Mhm.
generally priced very well. Expedition 33 being one such example. I think it was like $50 when it came out. It was free on Game Pass. And then there's Hades 2, which I've been just hooked on. Couldn't play as much as Yote, much of Yote as I wanted to because I'm so just latched on to Hades 2. But $30, like more reasonable prices than the 70, $80 price point.
Go see your take game a year.
We'll see. I haven't beat it yet, but I'm still latched on to Expedition 33 as
Son,
GM.
I literally haven't gotten past the first boss. You beat
Yeah,
the
you just
first
going around
boss.
collecting shit.
Literally, I'm just going to shrines. Every time I come back to the end, oh, you got a new map for me? I'm out of here. I'm on my horse. I see strangers like I don't know them. I run over there. I'm just doing anything.
I got like 5 hours in on it, and I have not touched any mission. I just be going around doing everything you're doing, and then occasionally sitting down and cooking my mushrooms and
Yeah, cook
just
your fish, get a
yeah.
little meal. I did a mission because I had to, because I
Mhm.
realized like, hold on, why can't I pick this up? What's going on? And then the game at one point the game just starts telling you that hey, you can. There's better weapons for
You can play the game.
to fight against this thing. It's just yeah, there's better weapons for that. Word. I just been swinging on lethal.
It kind of reminds me of Red Dead Redemption 2, where there's just so much to do,
Yeah.
and very much is a simulator of living in that time, either as a samurai or a cowboy, and you just get lost in the world. And that's what I love the most about it. Like I get the general idea of what the story is, but I'm more fascinated by the gameplay and just it's just so beautiful to look at. Like that, the scenery, just riding your horses feels so cinematic.
Yeah. It's a great game. Yeah.
Moving into comic book movie news, Daredevil Born Again season 2 is connected to Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna stop doing that, where you gotta like do homework. Well, maybe it's the opposite way. So you watch the movie, and you can watch the show and know what's going on. That's fine. If you gotta watch the show to watch the movie, then no, nix that. But I
I
think
don't
it's the
think
other way.
I don't think you're gonna have to watch Daredevil in order to know what's going on in Spider-Man. I just think that it's gonna serve as there's gonna be like some connective tissue that hopefully builds out the MCU's street level part of the universe because
Mm,
I think that's what they've been sorely lacking this entire time. Like either because they had like the Defenders characters who were on Netflix and they couldn't bring them over to the MCU. But there's like so much you can do on that ground level that's so compelling, whether it be
mm,
with like, Kate Bishop and Hawkeye or Spider Man, Daredevil, so on and so forth. Like I would rather like I like that they're doing this. Like I want these two characters to be connected, and I hope they connect to others at their level.
Yeah, I think as long as it's watch the movie and you can enjoy the show, I'm cool with that.
Yeah. Channing Tatum had an interview on his new movie Roofman. He mentioned why the Jump Street sequel keeps falling apart, and that his version of the Gambit movie apparently had mutants having sex.
Which is that's all the mutants. If you don't read the X-Men comics, that's all they do.
Yeah.
They be sleeping around with each other. They be having orgies. They be doing all types of stuff. They are freaks. That whole
So
all the mutants are freaks.
so you know how very often people will make fun of the fact that when the U.S. was making their like Bill of Rights, I think it's the Bill of Rights. The second thing they came up with is guns. Like everyone should have a gun. In the Marvel universe, when the mutants made their own country, Krakoa, like they became like a superpower overnight because why wouldn't they be a superpower when you have a woman who could warp reality with her mind and another woman who can just create natural disasters with a thought? When they made what was essentially like their doctrine or their Bill of Rights, the first thing they thought of was make more mutants. And Nightcrawler, one of the horniest mutants, was the one who declared it with the biggest smile on his face.
First of
That
all,
was him pretty much saying, "We gonna fuck a lot."
Nightcrawler is the Christian mutant. He's not supposed to be the horniest. That's how much they be having sex. So Channing Tatum and this Gambit movie were spot on,
Yeah,
true to the comics.
it
But
would
I
just
will
been
say
like 30 minutes of just sex. That was an accurate X-Men movie.
it's like a Skinamax Skinamax movie, softcore.
Wolverine, why did you wander into me and Jean's room? And that's when the music starts.
But I will say like the whole 23 Jump Street, the reason that he said it's like one of the producers just they just want too much. Like even he said him and Jonah Hill like they even took less money so they could just make it. And that producer is just really greedy essentially. That's the hold up. Cuz those Jump Street remakes 21 Jump Street is a remake. The one with Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill is a remake of like a show, right? With a
Yes.
Johnny Depp and I forgot who else was in there.
Yeah, when they pose as kids.
Yeah. So it's a remake, but they're like very hilarious. Even Ice Cube, it's like the best acting I've ever seen from Ice Cube. Like it's great. So I really do hope they figure that out, and hopefully that producer is just take less. You'll get some money on the back end. Like
Uh,
relax.
because of those Jump Street films, the crazy fan cast I once had for the Spider-Man movies, if they were to bring back J. Jonah Jameson, would be Ice Cube. Because you can never live up to the greatness of J.K. Simmons. Just that is 100% comic accuracy. But you
Yeah.
can try something different. I would like to see Ice Cube just screaming at this little white boy. Like, let's see. The MCU is reportedly planning to have Hugh Jackman return for more Marvel projects after Avengers: Secret Wars. I think this is a terrible idea.
It is. Hopefully they realize they don't need to do that. Nothing against Hugh Jackman. And
Let the
unless
man rest.
he's let him rest. And unless he's playing like Old Man Logan, we don't really need him to do that. Honestly,
Please, please stop making this. How old is Hugh Jackman? 50 something?
too old to still be playing Wolverine.
Yeah, please stop making this 50 something year old wonderful man dehydrate and take steroids so he can remove his shirt during scenes. Let him
Yeah,
go off and do something else. I understand it pays well. I understand Deadpool and Wolverine made a fuck ton of money, and you're probably trying to replicate that success. But one of the biggest criticisms people have about, like, let's say, so much of what the MCU has been doing, like Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom, that is that they
hmm
won't let go of the past because they're afraid to take risks. So
hmm
they keep just going back to what has been proven back then. And over time, that's going to start to have diminishing returns.
yeah.
While I love Wolverine as, well, I love Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, and he's always going to be the iconic person who defined that role. Like, let's just move on. Let's give new people a chance. I'm pretty sure there's another actor out there who can be charismatic and snarl into the screen while disemboweling a bunch of AIM agents and just I don't know. It's another example of just the MCU being afraid. Like it just
Yeah.
they need to step away from all this bullshit.
If like I said, if they have him as Old Man Logan, That's cool, right?
No, no.
I'd be fine with that because there's a comic run where Logan's running a school, right? So in this instance, you don't have Professor X anymore, right? You have Wolverine. You have like X-23 is the new Wolverine. Sorry, so you have Logan. X-23 is the new Wolverine. This younger class of X-Men, and this Xavier school is run by Logan at that point. If you're going to use Hugh Jackman to be Wolverine, he doesn't need to be fighting. He doesn't need to have his shirt off. None of that running around. Let him be a teacher, and that'll be to me. That's fine. I'd be cool
I
with
don't
that.
like. I think it would be a cool idea if the MCU wasn't so desperate these days and so afraid to take any sort of risks and deviate from what they know is what they believe is like a guaranteed hit.
Hmm.
Like everyone knows that everyone loves Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, but Secret Wars should be a new beginning for what the MCU can achieve. Like if you
Hmm.
just keep showing me the same old faces, like ideally, there's a lot that's going on with Doomsday and Secret Wars that everyone knows I actively dislike. But
Hmm.
if they're going to try to reboot the universe as something else that's grander or something else that they can like achieve things that they never thought possible before, or just literally were not possible because they didn't have the rights to certain characters. Why are they just going to keep leaning on this, like what essentially, like, I can't say failed in the past, but what eventually just people just kind of gave up on? Like people don't have faith in the MCU in a multitude of ways because of its over reliance on the past. So this, like, while I think it would be cool, like your idea would be cool in a less desperate MCU, but this just seems just so, I don't know. It's a very weak move. Like I would like to see an entirely new slate of X-Men. Don't recast all of the Avengers or all the current MCU characters. The ones whose time has run out. Like for instance, maybe Chris Evans is Cap, recast Iron Man, those sort of
Hmm.
characters. Keep the ones who still want to stick around, maybe like Kate Bishop, She-Hulk, maybe be Thor or Mark Ruffalo, whatever. But everyone else, like, just start new. Take a risk. Get new actors, new faces. Do what made you popular at the beginning of the MCU when you found actors and actresses that nobody knew, but because you were so confident in your storytelling and their charisma that they became household names through the characters
Hmm.
that you cast them as.
You know, if you worked at Marvel, you know what they do after that speech you just gave.
They
There'd
would
be
tell me to get the fuck out.
yeah, there'd be a box on your desk. Come find you like who hired that guy? They fire the person that hired you. Talk about do something new.
What's this? Artistic integrity? Care about the characters?
What you
Get the
talking
fuck
about,
out.
man? We got this IP. Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up and get us another Wolverine costume.
I have to carry my
Boy,
box out.
they call you a boy. Boy, shut
Now
up,
I got
boy. Get
now
us
I got to
another
become
costume.
Wolverine.
Exactly.
Now, now I got to fight my way out.
That's how mad you'd make them with that speech about artistic integrity.
Then I got to carry my box full of all my stuff past Bo DeMayo's dusty old cubicle.
Oh, is that
Just
is that your segue into because that
it's
would have
like
been a
in
good
what?
segue. I didn't share it in the news. I thought it would disappear after a certain point.
No, you were right. They
They took it down.
copyright. They copyrighted
Okay.
everything.
Yeah.
What Samsung's referring to
So yeah,
is
go ahead.
this weekend was Comic Con, and there was a
New
leaked
York Comic
trailer
Con.
of
Sorry,
New
New
York
York
Comic
Comic Con.
Con.
Yeah.
There was a leaked trailer of X-Men '97 season two, and it does not look good.
Yeah, like that
It,
joint looked terrible. Yeah.
you could tell for all of Bo DeMayo's crimes, he was very much the brains behind the operation.
Yeah. I guess if it took abuse to get a good show, no, was he abusing? That's what he's doing, right? Or like
No, he was harassing. I don't know if
harassing.
he was.
Sorry, abuse and we gotta be words matter, you guys. You gotta be very careful with these
Why are
words.
you're using them so badly right now?
I know it was harassment. He was harassing, not abuse. Harassing. There's a very distinct difference. So you gotta at least harass three gay staffers in order to get a good show, which is what we can tell by this leak trailer we saw.
Somebody is going to clip that last sentence, and that's just going to be
You
the end
gotta
of our
harass
podcast.
3 gay
That's
staffers
that's going to be
to get a
the
good
end of
show.
our podcast as we know it.
That's what
Okay.
he did. Was it not 3, or is my number off? I don't remember how many
I
he harassed.
it's not the number that's off. It's the
Oh,
statement that
oh,
you
it's a
have to
statement.
harass 3 gay people in order to get
Oh,
quality work.
sorry. I mean, well, maybe it's not obvious. I was joking, but that's what happened.
You
And
need to state that in this day and age.
yeah, sorry, I was joking, but that is what happened, and that's why we got. Well, it's not why we got the quality that we got in season 1, but season 2. All right, and to be fair, it was like like a minute 30 trailer.
Yeah, it was a little snippets here and there of like
Yeah,
apocalypse and stuff.
but looking at it, I was like, this looks terrible. Nothing about it look good.
Yeah,
So
it's being run by the guy who did What If season 3, I believe.
yeah, which is the worst. He might have done more than season 3. He might have done all the seasons.
So does that mean we're gonna have Captain Carter make an appearance in X-Men '97?
He
Because
loved to throw Captain Carter in there, or he gonna put Kahori in there.
God,
And
actually, no, I
I
like Kahori. Kahori's a dope character.
I do not.
All right, so
Hold on.
I
Matter of fact,
think
how many episodes did you write?
I don't know, but we were closing in on an hour, so I'm
Oh yeah,
gonna
sorry,
have
my
to
bad.
start running through these. I can't pronounce this dude's name. Ruard Malika will officially star as Wanda and Vision's son, Tommy in Vision Quest. Also in Vision
That's
Quest, James
speed, by
Spader
the
will
way.
officially return as Ultron in Vision Quest. He will play a human form of Ultron in the series, as will all the other AIs in the series.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how that works because I thought they got rid of all the Ultron like copies that were out there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, no one ever really dies in comic books, so they can always find a way to revive them.
Yeah, but the way that they get them back, I'm wondering how they do that. That's what I'm like
Probably
curious
just like
about.
he just stored himself in a random external hard drive.
Maybe yeah.
No.
But sorry, that
Uh,
actor, that's a good casting for Speed. So yeah,
yeah, he definitely has the look.
yeah, he has a look.
Yeah, I just want to see more of James Spader as Ultron. I think he was an
Yeah,
underappreciated and underutilized villain because
yes,
Ultron is way bigger than just they call it the Age of Ultron when it was really just like a weekend of Ultron,
yeah.
and he should have been a saga unto himself.
If the movie wasn't so terrible,
I don't think it was terrible. I think corporate
mm,
involvement took away a lot away from it, but I think it was still very much enjoyable.
okay.
First teaser for Game of Thrones prequel, a night of the wait, a night. It's supposed to be a night of the Seven Kingdoms, but for some reason they're calling it a Knights of the Seven Kingdoms.
I thought it was Knights of
Um,
the Seven Kingdoms.
that's just grammatically incorrect. A
No, I
Knights?
thought it was no. I thought it was Knights, like multiple Knights, like not A. Take the A off. I thought it was just Knights of the Seven
Yeah,
Kingdoms.
but no, this has the A. That's why I'm
All right,
confused.
that's
Because like,
weird.
I know I passed like rudimentary English because like what? Yeah, we got a trailer for Night of the Seven Kingdoms. The trailer will be releasing shortly. Looks interesting. Looks
Yeah,
like
it does.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, and I think that's when the Mad King era, right? So like
I'm not well versed on Game of Thrones.
I forgot the lore for this one specifically. It's like or it's like 1,000 years after House of Dragons or something. It's there's a timeline for all of it.
Mhm.
But I'm excited for it. It looks good, or like it looks
Yeah,
cool. Sorry, we haven't seen much more of it.
yeah. We got a trailer for the Vince Staples Show season 2. It
Yes,
starts November 6th exclusively on Netflix. This looks amazing.
cannot wait. Love Vince Staples show.
Yeah,
Watch
kind
Vince
of.
Staples.
It gives me a more comedic Atlanta vibe, like the way it's filmed, like the
It's
sort of
so
like
good.
surrealist comedy of it. Like I love it.
Vince is like very funny. His shows are amazing.
Yeah. Full Metal Alchemist creator Hironobu Arakawa's new TV anime Yomi no
Yes, Yomi no Sugai.
Tsugai Demons of the
Yomi no
Shadow
Sugai.
Realm has a new trailer. It releases in April 2026 on Crunchyroll. Animation
I
studio is Bones Film.
Yes, Bones did the 2011 version of Hunter x Hunter. If you've never watched Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, it's One of the like we were talking to one of our friends, Jim Bro is what I'm gonna call him. It's like the most complete anime for him because when it ends, it has a good ending. So Yomi no Suga, I'm very excited for. I've been reading it until my app stopped working, so I haven't read it in a while. But it's very good. I can tell it's going to be a great story, and the animation looks great. Sorry, crazy. Looks amazing. So very excited for that.
Duolingo is releasing its own original anime
Oh,
scheduled for October 13th on YouTube.
yeah. So that was yesterday. It's the first episode's already out. I just thought it was
We,
funny.
we gotta we gotta stop letting Westerners use the word anime because I feel like this doesn't qualify.
They might have went and got a Japanese studio to do it. I just didn't watch it. I just thought it was funny
Ah,
that Duolingo, because my Duolingo is for Japanese,
yeah.
so I was like, oh, this is hilarious.
Um, All You Need Is Kill anime movie trailer reveal. Release date January 9th, 2026. Animation studio for Celsius. I think that says for Celsius. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Pass it
so.
to you.
Oh, that's like that. It should be. It's like you ever see Edge of Tomorrow? Is that what's called with Tom Cruise and
Live, die, repeat.
yeah. This
Gotcha.
this this film, this anime film, is basically the same type of story, and it looks amazing. So I'm like very excited for that.
We got another trailer for Breaking Bad creator Vince Gilligan's new series, Pluribus. The series follows the most miserable person on earth who
I
must save the world
cannot
from
wait.
happiness. I am excited for this. It premieres November 7th on Apple TV Plus.
I cannot wait.
Let's see. We got another first teaser for Invincible season 4, releasing in March 2026 on Prime Video. I see they brought back the porn animators.
They only use them for the that those little trailers, like the commercials. They don't
I
use
hate
them
it because
for
it looks so much better than the actual show.
yeah, it's really everyone on the internet is mad. Like please just keep using those animators. Like seriously.
Like, oh god. We got a first trailer for Bat Fam. It is releasing November 10th on Prime Video.
Oh yeah, it looks terrible to me.
Yeah, it's like a comedic version.
Yeah.
Just everyone knows my problem with Batman is just the oversaturation, and this is a perfect example of it. Like this is just
Yeah.
unnecessary.
But I think I shared that because to your point last time we were talking about this, if it's Batman related, it's just gonna make money. That's why they just keep doing it.
Yeah.
Like, and it made me mad because on Prime Video there is another Batman animated series already. So they just made another one that's just a comedic focus. Like, you could have done something else. Like, whatever.
We got our first trailer for Marvel's Wonder Man, uh, releasing January 27th on Disney Plus. This looks interesting, but I'm cautiously optimistic every time anything with the MCU is released these days. Where it's
Yeah,
like it looks great, but then it comes out and it's just like, oh, it's the same generic stuff you've been watching for the past decade.
yeah. I'm gonna check it out just because what's his name? Yahya Abdul Rahim. Is that what his name is?
Mateen,
Mateen. Where's I get
yeah,
Abdul Rahim from? Who was that?
oh, I don't know, maybe
Who
erase.
is that? I don't know.
Just looking for generic black names.
I
But he's
guess
a
that's what I
fantastic
did.
actor.
He is. So I want to support him. I just
Yeah,
hope it's good. And also, the
yeah,
last thing I watched that was Disney Plus show was a Marvel series was Ironheart, which was pretty good.
yeah.
So they're still in my good graces. So I'm gonna definitely check it out.
The one way this could really hook me is if this is like the MCU's version of the studio,
Yeah.
like where
Sorry.
like they kind of
Studios are
take
shown
like
Apple TV. By the way, for those that don't know, we talk about it all the time.
yeah, it's created by Seth Rogen and it is incredible. Won a bunch of Golden Globes this year.
Yeah.
But if this is like kind of like a satire that pokes fun at everything Marvel has done behind the scenes while also telling the story of Wonder Man, who is an actor trying to
Hmm.
pursue and obtain the Wonder Man role. Like that's a lot of just self awareness that I would really very much appreciate, and it'd be a lot different from what we've come to expect from these superhero shows.
Yeah,
I
that
would
would be
really
good.
enjoy that.
Yeah.
But again, we'll see what we actually get. We got a first trailer for Adventure Time, Fiona and Cake, season two, premiere October 23rd on HBO Max.
Very excited for that. I love the Adventure Time series. I actually forgot to watch season one though, so I got a lot to catch up on.
Got a first trailer for Avatar Legends, the fighting game, releasing in summer 2026.
Yeah,
Why did you post it? Like,
because I saw it. I saw the gameplay. I was like, this looks okay. I probably would not play it because again, I already meet. Oh no, you said 2026. I don't know if I
yeah.
want to waste my 2 game quota just yet on that fighting game. It looks cool though. Uh, but I gotta see what else comes out next year before
Grand Theft Auto 6
I
is coming out.
I'm not playing Grand Theft Auto 6.
That's crazy. I'm
It's gonna
definitely not playing
cost
Grand Theft Auto 6.
$300, so I'm good.
No, no. I think they could easily make a billion, 2 billion, even more than that if they just sell it at the usual price point.
What, $150?
No, that'd be like the premium edition, but
Would
for the standard, it'd be like $70, and people would not only rejoice at that because they expect it to be like you just said, $150, but they would flock to it because of the illusion of like, oh yeah, Rockstar, this major corporation cares about us and our wallets. They don't. They just know you're lemmings and you're gonna go running to
you mean $50,000?
it.
You ever see that? Remember the Chappelle Show skit or
Yeah.
sketch where he they found out he had money and he was getting his hair cut. He said, "How much are you, man? $50,000." He said, $10 on the board.
We
He
got a
said fifty
trailer
thousand
for
shave my balls. Sorry, go ahead. My bad. It's so funny.
we got a trailer for Fear Factor, which returns in January 2026 on Fox, hosted by Johnny Knoxville. This is perfect.
Yeah, Johnny Knoxville. I love Johnny Knoxville. Yo. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm glad he's still doing well, still out here doing random stuff from
Yeah.
the Jackass days. He is the perfect host for a Fear Factor to replace Joe Rogan, who they could never get to do this again.
Think in this climate, you think in this climate, why everything is so social justice and socially conscious that they will have people eating buffalo testicles?
Mm,
Like that's what I remember from Fear Factor.
yeah, they might have to get him to do some other things.
Yeah, because they were doing some wild shit on the original,
Yeah,
including eating the part of the body where shit flows through. So
yeah, the
it was like,
chitlins.
what, was it chitlins? Did it come from a pig? I
No,
thought it
I'm just
came
saying
from a
that
different animal.
that's what chitlins
It,
are. So
it was like sphincters or like rectums. I know it was rectums.
I feel like if they cooked them right, it probably would have been
It's still a rectum, man. As black people, we know better to avoid chitlins or anything in the same realm.
fine. Huh? Avoid. There's chitlins in a
Yes,
big pot every time I went to my house for Thanksgiving. A pot of chitlins and hot sauce literally next to it.
God bless you.
I forgot your family like your mom. She Dominican, she no black, so she ain't had to.
My dad is literally from my dad is literally from Mississippi. You got the same Southern family, and they try to hit me with that chitlin shit. I'm like, hell no.
It smells terrible.
It
And
smells
plus,
awful. Anybody who eats chitlins should not breathe in the direction of another human.
so if you ever watch someone clean chitlins, you gotta. Sorry, let's move on because it's it's so bad. It's like I'm not eating that.
We got a new trailer for Edgar Wright's The Running Man. It follows a man who volunteers to join a TV game show where he will be hunted by professional killers in theaters on November 7th. This looks cool.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll check it out.
Yeah, same. New trailer for Eternity, which I'm really excited for. It stars Elizabeth Olsen, Miles Teller, and Callum Turner. The rom-com follows a reality where everyone must decide who they want to spend eternity with. In theaters on November
Yeah,
26th.
I remember when we first heard that was coming out. Uh, and now to see the trailer, more of the trailers for it, it looks
Hmm.
really good. Like I'm actually excited. This is such a great concept for a rom com.
Yeah, agreed.
I'm very excited for this one.
Yeah, and it's made by A24, so you know it's going to be quality.
Yeah,
And then we have a final trailer for It, Welcome to Derry. It releases on October 26th on HBO.
yeah. Also, apparently they're trying to do 3 seasons of it, and it's like supposed to go further back in time each season. Because there's like a what was it called? Um, it's like the novel has interludes, and that's what the Welcome to Derry uh series is based off of. Those interludes.
Me personally, I've had enough of Pennywise. I'm all good. Like, for those who want to check this out, I wish you the best of luck. I hope you enjoy it. But for me, I think I've seen enough of this clown.
I mean, if you're a horror fan, apparently they're trying to make it like truly terrifying. So
It's
all
not
you
that
horror fans,
it's not about the horror of it. It's just
no, not
I'm
you,
oh, okay.
for the people listening that are horror fans.
I'm just tired of the concept. I think it's a little played out after all the movies we've gotten.
I mean, fair.
No. And then that brings us to our main topic, which is not just the season finale, but the entire season of Peacemaker, season two.
Yeah, we're just gonna spoil
Um, yeah, we're just gonna spoil it. So for those of you who want to watch it but don't want to be spoiled just yet, we enjoyed your time with us. We thank you for tuning in.
it.
Please leave. The rest of you who
Please.
don't give a shit about spoilers, um, you go first because I'm not gonna shut up, as is my namesake.
Let's talk about the last episode and how amazing it was.
Yeah, let's
10,
do that shit.
10 out of 10. So, nah. Uh, series as a whole, first of all, I love season two, Peacemaker. Um, I love. I don't like the comedy is it's okay. I don't really like James Gunn's brand of humor. It just doesn't bother me. It's kind of just there. But I love like I just love the concept. They did the multiverse the right way, right? It wasn't like for context, like the in the show. Well, if you're listening, you probably watch the show, so you already know what's going on. But they go into this alternate universe where like Peacemaker is like successful, his brother's still alive, his dad's like an actual good father, but like everything is cool because Nazis taken over. So the Nazis won. They locked all minorities in like internment camps, and like Peacemaker is stupid, so he doesn't realize this as he's walking around. But like when the what do they call themselves, the 11th Street kids,
Yeah.
as soon as they walk into the universe and look around, they're like, oh, there's no minorities. Mein Kampf is like on the tables where like this is how'd you not notice this? Uh so all that is amazing to me. I like how I like the motivation of Rick Flag Sr. and Lex, right? Because the reason they're working together is because they just want a prison, right? They want a place where they can send metahumans, and that ties to uh, the Superman movie, right? Because Lex does not like metahumans, especially Superman, because he's like the worst of the worst. Because he's not even from here. These other metahumans are from the planet. He's an alien, so they're trying to get rid of him. They use like this interdimensional portal to find a place to send metahumans, and like they call it's like humane to them because they just want to find a world that like has resources. Reality, like it's a place they can send them where they just won't die immediately. They can live peacefully, right? And they can't get out. Like it's brilliant. I love all of that. I love how they bring together. What's it called? Checkmate is the name of
Yeah,
the group.
checkmate.
Yeah, they bring together the Checkmate group, and that's a group from the comic. The members are uh different, but or not different, but all these people are members at some point. So all that was very good. Vigilante is still my favorite character. He's
Yeah.
amazing. Uh, I love that like Peacemaker's dad. He was a blue dragon. What was he? He's white dragon in the regular universe,
No. Yeah. Yeah. You're right. You're right.
and that's because he's like a grandmaster of KKK. But he's blue dragon in the KKK universe because he's like a decent human being. I love all that. Like it's just very good to me. What did I not like? I think I just humor wise, like it's okay. It's just not that funny. Uh, I can't really troll like that last episode. I see why people are so angry about it online. It felt like a waste. Like honestly, you could have just done all that in the previous episode. Um, yeah, and that big reveal. Well, actually, I'll let you go because I know you want to talk about the big reveal.
I got you.
But
So
overall, I love the series. Just like at the end, it kind of
yeah,
trod off.
yeah. So allow me to preface this by saying I'm the kind of person to where the journey does matter to the story, obviously, but
Hmm.
also for me, the destination is just as important. So if you have a good journey but have a trash destination, meaning like a bad ending, it can ruin it for me. So just take that into mind. If you're the same way as me, you understand where I'm coming from. If you're not, you can enjoy this in a way that I did not personally. If I were to rate the entire season just off of everything but the ending, I would have to give it about an 8, 8.5. There were a lot of good things that I really enjoyed. Much of what Samson said, where it'd be like the 8th Street Kids. I love Vigilante. I love that they did the multiverse in a way that didn't feel just insufferable in the ways we've seen with so much media, especially in comic book films. They had really like valid stakes. They didn't go too above and beyond. They didn't make things too like overly convoluted and confusing.
Hmm.
They really made you feel why someone would want to choose an alternate life in a different dimension if they were given an option. I liked Peacemaker's family on the other side. I love the juxtaposition of the family who were absolutely racist, but gave him a life that he always wanted, as opposed to the family who was flawed and absolutely not racist.
Wait,
But
pause. I don't say they're the whole family's racist because it doesn't seem like his dad was. It seemed like his dad
his,
just realized like this is just the world I live in. He just wasn't a hero. He kind of just there.
I mean, yes, but he also raised an avid racist. It's like his son hopped out of a car and said a black got out. like,
It's hilarious.
like
But
he's
see,
got some racism in him.
I saw that he just raised him in the system. Like this is just the world that exists. And I think he said something like, "I don't agree with how things are. I don't know if your universe is much better,
Yeah,
but we do what we got to do." I don't think he's a racist. I think he's like complicit. He's kind of just there.
I would say he's definitely complicit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I also maintain that he definitely got some racism in him.
All
Yeah,
right.
he raised a child who jumped out of a car and said, "A black has escaped from the internment camps."
It's very funny.
Yeah, but yeah, there was a lot I enjoyed of it. I think a lot of the best episodes were towards the middle. If I had to have any
Hmm.
gripes with them, I feel like they dragged out a lot of the story at certain points, where a
Hmm.
lot of people had the same sentiments of like just when it was getting good, you always got cut off and they had to move on to the next episode. And then the next episode would kind of drag a bit with a few moments of highlights that got people really excited and then it'd get cut off again. So maybe they could have improved the structure. But like I said, overall, I really enjoyed it. And the Smooth Carlitos
Hmm.
point, I thought Tim Meadows was absolutely hilarious. I'm not the biggest fan of
Tomatoes
James
is
Gunn's
great,
sexual
yo.
humor because I feel like he just carpet bombs it throughout. But one of the funniest lines, probably the funniest line in the entire season, was when Tim Meadows was yelling at Economos, and he's like, "You took advantage of my disability, my bird blindness. Is
Hmm.
it funny? Yeah, very. But you almost got titties killed, and that shit had me in cramps." But
It's very hilarious.
um,
Tomatoes is amazing.
yeah, he's a comedy legend, the ladies' man.
Yep. People don't
Um,
remember that.
Yeah, yeah. My biggest gripe was with the season finale for a multitude of reasons. One, I thought the pacing and the structure was just all the way off because it's like, okay, you want to dedicate some time to what happened on the boat with Peacemaker and Harcourt. Okay, that's fine. But for all they were talking about it this entire season, you would have thought a lot more happened. They just kissed. I'm not saying they had to like fornicate or nothing like that, but it's just like for as much time and as much weight you put on that moment. I get it meant a lot to Chris, but really? Like that was the big payoff? Like that was the big reveal? And then on top of that, you got ghosts in your house?
Nah,
Oh, okay.
my lady.
like, you're looking off like a poltergeist walked in. But like for all they built it up, it just didn't feel like a satisfying payoff. And then for whatever reason, in the middle of the season finale, with time that should have been dedicated towards like plot development and emotional moments and stakes and all this other stuff, we got two concerts, two full concerts in the
That's what
middle of the
like
episode.
that's why I felt like a waste. Like we didn't literally did not need this.
Yeah,
Did not need
and
this
it's
at all.
like I'll give you one concert, like the one with Foxy Shazam singing "Oh Lord," which was the theme song from this season. I'll give
Yeah,
you that one because it was
yeah,
partnered with the big reveal of Checkmate. And I thought that was pretty dope,
yeah.
but it was soured by the fact that not 20 minutes prior, I had to listen to a full concert with a whole different band whose music I didn't really enjoy all that much in
Mm,
the middle of an episode that should have just had more. And that's my other big gripe. Had James Gunn not been all over the internet talking about, oh my God, what I did in episode 6 and 8 of Peacemaker were the best things I've ever done. We've got some big stars from the DC universe making their appearances, and you guys are gonna
mm,
have your minds blown. The only big reveal we got was Lex. And that would have
mm.
been perfectly fine had he not hyped it up as episode 6 and 8. We got Lex in 6. All we got in 8 were Lex's henchmen and then the reveal of
Mm.
salvation, which is cool. I will give it that. Salvation,
Yeah.
for those who don't know, salvation is like Samson just said, a prison that Waller and now what's the gray haired dude's name? I forget his
Rick
already.
Flag Senior.
Rick Flag Senior, yeah, that they use to house metahumans because they feel like it's the most humane way of doing it. And it's the only way the government will allow them to imprison them in this sort of sanctuary, if you will. But what they don't know is that salvation, this alternate dimension, is, and I don't know if this might be a spoiler for some people. Please back out if you worry you might be spoiled about something late down the line in the DC
Yeah.
universe.
Don't spoil whole plot points. Don't
I
tell.
don't best,
Let
but
them
that's the
look
thing,
it up.
James. But that's the thing. James Gunn said they're not going to go in the specific direction of the comics. So I don't know. I'm just putting the information out there, and whatever he decides to do, he decides to do. But in the comic books, Salvation is actually a training ground for Apocalypse and Darkseid. So you have villains like Desaad and Granny Goodness or whatever sending their people there to train to become better warriors, and that's the big reveal of what salvation is. And
Mm.
then there's a story of like all the villains that are sent there. They are trying to decide, do they try and make a new world there and live in harmony? Or do they, as villains, rally together and try to raid the universe they were ousted from? And it's called Salvation Run. It's a pretty dope story. I think George R. R. Martin was attached to it at one point.
Man, if he had put that in episode 8, like
Mm-hmm.
like when Peacemaker gets banished to Salvation, you just hear screams and like monsters in the
Like,
background,
yeah,
right? Which I assume are like the parademons.
yeah,
I'm assuming those are parademons. But if he had put like someone from Darkseid's army,
yeah,
right, or even put like Mister, or we were just talking about him, Mister Miracle.
yeah,
Talk
Mr.
about like
Miracle.
you put Mister Miracle in there, like you need some help, right? That would have made it so much better.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, go
And that's
ahead.
what
My
I'm
bad.
thinking. That's what I was thinking he meant when he said he had big stars from the DC universe. Like he was saying that the season finale is going to attach to like connect to Man of Tomorrow. Got big
Mhm.
stars, and we got a connection to Man of Tomorrow because obviously the Salvation is a part of that. But the
Yeah,
big stars, like where it at though? Like we got nothing.
it's the
Like we
bands.
just yeah, it was Foxy Shazam. You're right. Great song. Love the song, but listen to it all season.
Mhm.
But they're decisively like not in the DC cinematic universe or the
Mhm.
DC comic books. So like who were the big stars? And then now it sounds like I'm
Yeah.
just complaining because I didn't get cameos, pun intended.
Hey.
But it's just like, why did you overhype it if that wasn't going to happen? You
Mhm.
could have said this was going to be a satisfying conclusion to the arc with Chris and Harcourt, and it's deeply important to me because I've loved these characters so much, and it's some of the best work I think I've ever done. It'll have a connection to the Man of Tomorrow. I hope you
Mhm.
go out and enjoy it. And it doesn't seem like anybody did because everybody on the internet is complaining about it. Like an overwhelming. I think IMDb gave it an overall rating of a 6. Just the season finale alone. I think series finale because I don't think they're doing another Peacemaker episode. I think they're going to make Checkmate the new series, and it's going to feature and
Yeah.
focus on all the characters at once, and probably bring in a bunch of new ones.
Yeah, probably. That makes the most sense. I feel
Yeah.
honestly in thinking about this, I feel like maybe at some point James Gunn was like, yeah, maybe we should pivot away. So what he wrote, he switched it, right? So they filled the last episode with a bunch of filler, and then all those reveals that he had planned, he put him on hold for maybe
Mhm.
see episode one of Checkmate.
But that's one of my biggest gripes when it comes to cinematic universes, where
Mm-hmm.
the excuse is always, oh, it's gonna pay off down the line in another property, in another film, in another TV
Mm-hmm.
show. And it's like, I don't care about that down the line. I want to enjoy what I'm watching now in totality. Like, you can tease what might come before, but at least give me what feels like a complete product in the moment. And this, I can't say it's not complete because it does resolve a lot, but it also does it in a very rushed and badly structured way. Again, why do we have two concerts in the middle of the damn episode? That makes no sense. Like, it feels like he's just flexing his Spotify playlist at that point. And then the whole Nazi universe part doesn't feel very resolved in my opinion. Where it's like the episode 7
Yeah.
ends with like them escaping, and then you see the brother who was stabbed and like attacked by the 11th Street kids. Like it looks like he's like when they put him into the ambulance, like he's vowing revenge and he's gonna become like Peacemaker's next big enemy. But then it's just nothing. Like no, like I was at least hoping we are gonna get to see the Creature Commandos in live action, like
It,
with GI
yeah.
Robot.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like they this is probably like they pivoted away so they just have more room to expand and do something else if they feel the need. I agree that they're probably going to do a Checkmate series. That brother's definitely still alive, right? Because so Peacemaker's not actually trapped, right? Because if they can get to someone can get to salvation, right? His brother can get to salvation because he has his own uh, doorway into the multiverse, so he can get there. Like there's a whole world we can still explore, in all this. Like there's no way this can't be what they truly intended as the last episode. Like I
I think it
the more
is.
you talk, like there's no way.
Yeah, I think it is because
It
it's
was
like
truly filler. It literally was just filler and then uh salvation. Literally, sorry, filler, checkmate, salvation. That was the whole episode.
yeah.
And there's no way he's like, yeah, this is the best episode I've ever written. No, it's not. Six was great, right? But if you said eight was the best writing of your life, you didn't write anything. You wrote you didn't write the music, right? What did you do here? You just made everyone quit Argus and go work at Checkmate.
Yeah,
Nah,
it just
I'm sure there's something else.
if there is something else, like what is that something? Like it's it feels very much like a conclusion, but a very rushed one. Like I think this was his
Mm-hmm.
vision all along. It just wasn't executed well. Maybe it's because he was working on like six different projects all at the same time. Because he had like Creature Commandos and Superman and then Peacemaker, and it was all like
Mm-hmm.
kind of simultaneous, like all being simultaneously developed.
So
And he is the head honcho of the DCU. So it's like it's not like someone who swooped in at the last minute and was like, "Hey, you got to maintain the budget. You can't bring in GI Robot. No more Frankenstein. No more the Bride. Like you just got the things that would happen in the MCU where you see so many directors get frustrated because you've got some
mm.
producer coming in and taking control of their project. Like he is the producer. He
this
is
was
the end all be all with the exception of Peter Safran, who runs the business operations.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe for him, like he realized creatively, like, oh yeah, I don't want to do this just yet, and then change his mind, and had like, a bunch of extra scenes film that he could just input and use instead.
Mm,
Like
I
there's
don't know.
there's no way.
I think it'll be good for him to go away for a while. Just give us a year off of his projects, and then we can focus on Supergirl, Clayface, and then something
Is
else comes. Oh yeah, Lanterns.
is Supergirl not his project? I thought he
No,
wrote.
Supergirl. No, it's being written
Oh,
and
what's her
directed by
name?
somebody else.
Yeah, I forgot. We talked about that.
Yeah, the Teen Titans writer.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
great.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
a whole different director, and then we have Lanterns, and then we have Clayface next year. Give
Hmm.
us some time to breathe. Let James Gunn focus only on doing Man of Tomorrow and not multitasking with a bunch of different projects. And hopefully, Man of Tomorrow won't have any weird harem jokes in it. Because his that was another thing with this
You
episode
still
with
mad
the
about
season.
that harem, huh?
it's weird, bro. Like it just is always a sexual joke in all of his stuff. Like even in this episode where like I'm wrong, I love Tim Meadows. I think he was hilarious. But why was there like a whole 5 minutes of him dedicated to talking about that one dude vomiting on a stripper in a club? Like it
Oh,
was like it
I
was a long, long joke.
well, all right. See, that's the thing. I just don't mind anymore. Like, it's whatever. I think they need to fill the time. So he's just having a here's a random anecdote. Right. To me, these are just random anecdotes. They're just not as funny as I think. It's just not that funny. Like it's
That's
just
my
not
issue.
the.
Like,
It's just not that funny. It's not cringy to me. It's just not a funny anecdote.
yeah. And then there
And then
was that
that
one.
guy died as soon as he's told the story. It's like, oh man, nobody. That's the last memory we have of this guy.
I did not care. Like I had no qualms about it, no nothing. And there was that moment with Economos in episode 7 where he's trying to distract people with bad jokes and stuff, and it's just like none of it is landing. None of it is even remotely funny. It's just a waste of all of our time.
I think. Well, I thought that was the point. Economist is not good at this, and they
Yeah,
picked the
but
wrong
if you're
person to
gonna
do it.
do something like that, at least make it humorous.
It
Like
just
at least make us
maybe.
laugh at how bad he is. Like
This,
it wasn't even funny in that
yeah,
regard.
I think James Gunn's just not funny, so he can't write comedy in a way that uh, we will
I think
enjoy.
he's
And now he's the head honcho, so you can't tell him no.
I think he has his moments of genuine. Like I thought the Guardians trilogy had its moments of like really, really good humor. It's just
Mm.
when he just keeps carpet bombing all the sex stuff. It's like, bro, just go rub one out. Go go
That's what I'm
go
saying.
download the new version of Chat GPT, get your rocks off, and then come back and write.
This
Because
was
this is just
Disney probably told him no to the sex jokes. Like, yeah, take them out,
yeah. It's like,
yo.
bro, I can appreciate some good toilet humor. Our group chat has plenty of
I
hilarious
don't know what you're
things.
talking about. I'm not in any of them type of chats, man.
Listen, I've seen worse things out there. We are not even close to that. We
I'm
just
not.
have good
I'm
old
not.
fashioned,
I'm not.
good old fashioned comedy. But like we're
Ain't no
funnier than a
we.
lot of shit that we see.
Ain't no
Like
we. That's you.
we are all funnier than
Oh, okay.
everything I've seen with anything on there. It's just like the sentiment is shared across the entire internet.
Hmm.
Like it's just, bruh, like let it go. Like not everything has to be a weird sex joke. And it's like, given the reason why you were canceled originally from the Guardians, I think you should try to shy away from that
That
because it was
true.
that same humor that got you fucked up.
He's he's delivered now. He's delivered from his cancellation, so he went right back to what he was doing before.
But it's just yeah, I'm not a fan of it, and I would very much prefer that going forward. It's just not carpet bomb throughout all of his projects anymore because it's not funny, and it just when sex humor is not funny, it just comes off as creepy and weird or just cringy.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's how like there were moments throughout Superman because everyone knows like I love Superman, but there were like when that harem moment appeared, I was just
There you
like,
go
ugh.
again. You really mad at that here?
I did not like it. Like it was like it's one thing to make me cringe, it's another to make me go ill. Like just why?
Yeah.
So
Oh, Smooth Cardio says Lady Loving episode. Which episode is that? Is it the last episode with all the singing? Oh, our episode. This.
oh got you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate
Uh,
it.
yeah, I'm that's about pretty much all my thoughts. Beyond
Okay,
that, I I'm worried and I can't say I'm worried because you can't
I'm not worried.
allow a single misfire to dictate where the entire DCU is going to go forward. I think he would just benefit from more outside creative input. Like he needs more
Yeah.
voices, he needs more ideas. Maybe he needs more opinions from proofreaders to just be like, "Hey, bruh, like maybe tone down on the dick jokes. We only need 4 instead of 12 like you got in this original draft." Like
He the boss.
just
You can't tell him no. That's see. This is what I'm talking about. You be saying that type of stuff, and then as soon as you get back to your desk, it's a box right there waiting for you. Saying, "Oh, you didn't
go
like
do
the dick jokes. Well, here, put yours in this box. Get on out of here. You know, dick in the box from SNL. No,
I would not advise putting your dick in a box in a corporate environment.
the what's the Lonely Island Boys did? Is that what they
Yeah,
called?
yeah, they're the dick in the box guys.
Okay, I don't. I just remember Justin Timberlake and Sandberg. I don't know his name.
Yeah, it was it was Timberlake,
Whatever.
Sandberg, and then I think Jorma. Jorma was the other one. I only know because they were in Hot Rod. That was a dope movie.
Okay.
But yeah, I really don't have any other thoughts on Peacemaker. I
I don't
just
have any
hope.
other thoughts. I do
Yeah.
recommend it. Like I know we, or well, Justin, just admonished all the jokes in that last episode. I will say that last episode was kind of a waste of time to me. I personally still hope that there's no way that this James Gunn was serious when he said it's the best thing he ever wrote. He probably wrote something else and shot something else that was not used. That's what I'm hoping. But the rest of the series is fantastic. Highly
You know what?
recommend.
He might have been just hyping it up because that's just the way the WB operates. Because remember when The Flash was coming out, and I think he said something to the effect of like, "It's one of the
Oh,
best
he was
superhero movies
gassing
he's
it.
seen."
I remember sitting there with Panamanian Thunder, looking at him. He looking at me. Some lady in the back clapping. He was like,
Like,
"Nah,
the
this is
fuck is this?
yeah, this is not it. That
Yeah.
movie's terrible."
But I am excited for the next DCU installment we're getting, which is Lanterns.
Yeah, that'd
My,
be good.
yeah, and they said it's like True Detective, but occasionally someone flies and makes a construct with their ring. So I'm fine with that. I would have preferred more space-oriented stuff, but I'm willing to give this a chance because I love the entire Lantern concept, and it's like probably my favorite thing in DC Comics. So
Are you
hopefully
sure?
they do it
Are we sure it's
justice.
on Earth?
Yeah, yeah, it's on
It's
Earth.
on Earth. 'Cause it could be. You could easily make another planet. You could say you're on another planet. It just looks like Earth. It's
Yeah,
totally.
but
It's a
I
thing.
mean, but if you do that, then people are going to be asking, well, if it looks like Earth, why not just make it Earth?
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited for that too. Uh, okay.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
what have you been watching?
Well, I've been playing Ghost of Yote. A
Surprise,
fantastic game.
surprise.
Shout out to Smooth Carlito. He also plays Ghost of
When
Yote.
the multiplayer doesn't come out till like next year, right?
Yeah, I think so. But it's plenty of time.
Gotcha.
Like it's so to me, it's so much different than Ghost of Tsushima. It's like
Mhm.
I can't even parry the same way. It's like they made it harder. Like it's truly harder.
Yeah.
So and they've added so many different things, new weapons. You can like throw swords now. Like it's tight. I love that game. So playing that, still playing Night Rain. Oh my bad, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I like it more than the first one. I was agreeing
Oh,
with you.
okay, okay. And then as far as what I'm watching, finished To Be Hero X. Fantastic. Watch that. My lady watched Black Rabbit. She said it was great. So watch that. I haven't watched it yet. The Chair Company came out this week. So that's the Tim Robbins. Is that his name? Tim Robbins movie with Robinson. Whatever. Sorry, it's a series. It's on HBO that I've been waiting for. So definitely gonna check that out. Also, the Splinter Cell cartoon or animated series is out on Netflix that just came out
Oh yeah,
this
that's right.
week. Uh, oh, sorry. To me, Smooth Hurley, I think is a better. It's better than Tsushima for me so far.
So yeah, I agree.
Ghost of Yotei, sorry.
Yeah, I agree, but let me caveat it with this. I have not played the story beyond like the first two missions. Like
That's true too.
I've just been running around, gathering, and just exploring the world and loving every minute of it.
I like they added bounties. They added like instead of I forgot how you explore the world in Tsushima, like how the world opens up. But now it's a cartographer, so it's a guy who gives you maps to go find things. Also, like if you talk to random people, they'll tell you like, oh yeah, if you go over here, there's this thing there. So they'll give you a map. There's like travelers maps, and you fit it on your own map. That whole part is like
Yeah.
great to me. Uh, so yeah. What else am I watching? The Chair Company, Black Rabbit, uh, Splinter Cell, cartoon. Oh, Gen V. Um, Continuing Gen V.
Oh yeah, Gen V is still going on. I
Yeah, it's
forgot
still
about
going
that.
on. It's not hitting the same for me, but I'm a stick beside it. And then I need to go see that Rock movie, the Smashing Machine, and the Leonardo DiCaprio movie. There's so much out now. We were in like a drought at first, and now there's too much. There's an abundance, and I just don't have the time.
playing Ghost of Yote. At your recommendation, I started watching To Be Hero X. I love it. The animation is
Mhm.
dope. The music is dope. Characters are interesting. I did not expect the way the story was structured in a good way, and I'm curious to see
Mhm.
more of the universe and more of the characters in it. Yeah, it's just I'm really, really enjoying it. And then aside from that, yeah, pretty much it. I have Gen V. Gen V, I think, is suffering from not being extreme enough when it comes to its satire, to where it
Mhm.
just feels like I'm watching just a Reddit thread of politics and entertainment and just all of the horrible things that exist when it comes to advertising and corruption and all this other crazy stuff. It needs to like South Park itself, because South Park does a fantastic job of always going above and beyond reality, to the point where like you got the president sleeping with the Lucifer and all this other stuff like that. Like just it doesn't hit so close to home, and it's just enough to where you're enjoying it and find it funny. Gen V is just like, oh, this is depressing because this is actually happening, just minus the superpowers. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, nothing's coming out. Actually, no. I'm waiting for the Outer Worlds 2. I think that comes out towards the end of the month. I'm gonna say in a week or two. But yeah, that's pretty much it. To Be Hero X, Yote, Gen
It's
V,
amazing.
waiting for Outer Worlds 2.
If you haven't,
Sweet.
sorry, seriously, To Be Hero X is so good. Y'all gotta watch it. I know. Shout out
Yeah.
to Smooth Carlito. Smooth Carlito. I know you're on my Crunchyroll still. Go ahead, and turn that on. It's a it's a Chinese like animated thing. It's not really anime, but like the dub is good, and then the way they do the art, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's like it's so well done. It's such a great story to check it out. Oh, when is Magazine Dreams available? Were you just checking?
I just looked it up. It's not yet available on any subscription-based streaming service.
Yeah, I don't know who
It's
owns the rights to it. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's available on for digital purchase, pretty much everywhere you can purchase digital films, but
Yeah,
nothing on streaming.
that movie again. That was a great film.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
It's
dark.
it's a
Way
lot of
darker than I expected.
it's a lot of good movies this year. I will say.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, all right. Thanks for joining us. Check out those things we said. Watch Peacemaker, even though we didn't much care for that last episode. For real.
Yeah.
All in
Trash.
all, yeah. All in all, though, great series. Even if we just spoiled everything for you. um, but yeah. Uh, until what? Until next week.
Yeah. I don't know. We got to just wait to see whatever the news presents to us, but I can't think of anything that's really going to be going down in the next week or two, because Comic Con passed and all the big announcements from there. Comic Con kind of fell off. It's starting to head in the direction of E3 when it comes to announcements.
I feel like because we just don't care about the things they're announcing, or the things they're announcing aren't good. Although the
Yeah, that,
Daredevil announcement was, oh, this is cool. No, Jessica Jones was there. Christian Ritter, she was in there.
yay. Nah.
See,
It, like, it, you might have a point in that, like, there's nothing to really present right now.
hmm.
Like, it's kind of a drought. Like, there's no Marvel news, there's no real DC news, no big video game news. Yeah, it's just a bunch of cosplayers going around catching chlamydia from Squirrel Girl.
It's a very hilarious story. It's so funny. All right, yeah, but go ahead. Peace out. Thank you for joining us. Check out To Be Hero X and all the stuff we were just talking about. Play them games, and we will see y'all next week. Chlamydia free. All right, peace.
Later.